What's up, Foxtrotters? Right now we're in my free range village, but later I'm going to show you my original setup of my base. This is going to be a multi-series of showing, or it will just be a giant video that I'll do another time. But things got delayed, so I'm not going to really show you the whole thing right now. Now, let me explain what I'm going to do. Right now, I want to restart. I want to do it, but I don't want to lose all my stuff. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking all these things that I've collected and bringing them over to another side of the island and building a giant base. Or a city, town, whatever. I don't know yet. Right now I'm going to show you. This is my chest room. There's not really much in there right now because I kind of never filled it up all the way, but I also never really did too much with it. And downstairs is where my old trading hall used to be before they became free range. That's where the meth was cooked. Now, I used to have them here, but things change. And downstairs there is my nether room where I used to have my nether stuff. This is my room, and then this is my armor stands. This portal. Not really much here, except for down that hallway there is some stuff, but we don't have to check that out now. Down this hallway is just a way to get to the armor stands, and I don't really have much in there because I never really use armor too much since I play in peaceful and I play in easy mode for my convenience. And right now, after this, I'm going to show you upstairs one of my builds. This build is an automatic crafter of kelp blocks and smelter and stone breaking cobblestone generator with some kind of brick stone, which is what this base is made out of entirely. Without that, I probably wouldn't have been able to do much. This is a cow. I found a way to have it go on the pressure plate. I'll show you that later. Basically, what happens is the cow goes on the pressure plate and it presses the pressure plate and gives it this ability to press it automatically. Not automatically, but basically with the game physics. And then it will do it at random. Now, I did take off the automation for my stuff because it kept making me buttons. This is my dripstone room for lava. This is my clay room. I moved the clay room to the other side of the island, where I will show you in another video. That glass pane is where my dripstone farm is, and it really takes forever, so it's not really too much worth it unless you want some dripstone. It takes about 5 Minecraft days, which is equal to about an hour and 40 minutes, I believe. And basically, it's a basic one, but you could build it with observers, which is what I'll do in another video maybe. And basically, as you can see, I put a lot of random stuff in chests. And because I'm not some hermitcraft guy who builds mega bases, that's my secret chest. It's not really secret, it's just where the build used to be, and that's not really too much. Yeah, it's really glitchy. This is where my stuff is. The other side has the cobblestone where I break, and this is the smelter. Now basically I go here, I have these tubes going there, I have to crouch in order to be there, and there's some obsidian so I don't break the wall by accidentally. I don't really have a pickaxe right now, so I'm not really gonna break anything at the moment, but this is my smelter. It's not automatic, but I can put stuff in there, and I don't really have wood, so it's kind of inactive since I moved to the other side. Now, this is basically how the smelter works. It goes to these auto crafters, and the cow presses the pressure plate with the game physics, and sometimes stuff gets mixed into the pot, but for the most part it just gets caught in there, and I don't really touch it as often, and there's not as much in there anymore since I haven't done anything too much. Now, when we get out here, this is where some of the dogs are. I started breeding them since I've had them only in the basement. This is my farm. This is wheat. It was a lot smaller before, but I kind of made it a lot bigger. Made this automatic kind of thing where if I press the button, does it. I think if it was shorter, it'd probably make it a lot easier to pick up. I just press that button, and then there's another button on the other side after I collect all these, and basically all those buttons do is press it so it goes. Only thing that's bad about it is these things are very hard to pick up because they go randomly everywhere, and it's very uneven. Probably could make it a little smaller, like a thin line, which is what I might do in the restarting phase. But as I collect this, let me tell you some more. So that lighthouse you saw before, that goes really high. It's where I made that video with the sunshine. Basically my farm and village, free range village, kind of look like a circuit board, but this is all this farm stuff. I have sweet berries, I have cows. I found that cow a little bit. This wall is really high though, but like that staircase is for getting outside the wall for a tiny bit before I built over, I think. I used to have a chicken farm, but there was a bit of an issue with the egg production being too much, which is why I moved it to the village with some stuff. And I'll show you this. It goes really high, but like it's not really that great. I built this weird wooden structure. I don't know why I made it, but it looked cool. It's very expensive though. Wouldn't suggest it. I also have some other farm stuff here, like sugarcane and carrots. This is where my armadillo was, but he kind of glitched out or something. I don't know. So basically the carrots, I waterlogged them because I finally learned how, and that saves so many times of trying to break it. Now this is where all the eggs were. These chests are filled with eggs. It became too much. This is actually where all my animals were before I moved them to the village. And this is all these eggs. It's too many. But they become good weapons against mobs sometimes. So it's not that bad. Now, I built a lot of these walls. I based it off of an old farm design I made a while back, but I lost it, so I can't really show it. But basically, I built it over a village area, and then I had a cliff with like a wooden structure. I built this well to go underneath the village because I didn't really want to I wanted to build this village in the ravine or something, but it extended outwards, and this is my composter hall where there's a lot of stuff. I'll show you later. But this is a lot of the villagers set up where they can sleep, they can rest, but there's a lot of beds. This is where the chicken thing is, and basically I do this in order to get in, so maybe villagers can't get in. There's a chest. Sometimes it gets a little too full because I'm not always using it. If I go down here, there's a bunch of chickens that are kind of loaded crazily. But I was pressing it a lot before, so it's not as bad as you'd think, but it's kind of cool. The train goes kind of here-ish, and goes around, but other than that, it really just moves the stuff. I don't really need that much of stuff, but yeah. Now I'm gonna show you one of the many halls where I store the villagers. This is one of the caves. On the other side of that wall is actually where my original base is near. Right now I have weird stairwells that kind of lead into each other. This house is loaded with a bunch of areas, but for now I'm going to show you the other stuff because it's really glitchy. So I built all this stuff. There's a lot more of these kind of villagers. These are composters. There's basically a thing underneath that catches any compost stuff that they use, and I made this thing. This thing is I don't know what it is though. I just thought of making it and to fill in a space in the village. This is actually the first time I've made that in one jump. I guess tons of practice makes up for lack of stairwell access needs for a wall. But built this. That's my brother's house. They don't really play anymore, but sometimes I'll take some stuff since they don't actually play with me anymore. Just potatoes. I don't know why they started having potatoes. I literally gave them all beetroot. I think the best thing to do now is to go to the next place, but for now, I think it's good to show you the progress of the thing I was building and saying before. And I'll do that. Let's speed walk. I'll speed up the video. Now, if the audio is not that great, it's because I'm recording it afterwards since my device is too glitchy to do something like this. And there's a bunch of different biomes like snow, forests, there's a bunch of other things. Basically what I've built so far is a bee nest area. I was trying to build a snow farm, but didn't end up working out. I'm probably just going to repurpose it. But if you like the cut of my jib, don't be afraid to like this video and share it with people. Okay, so this is just a room. There's the honey, and there's some windows, but I kind of messed up, so that's why there's dirt. There's the flowers up there, and this was supposed to be the entrance to my room thing, where I was going to collect snow, but I kind of messed it up, so that's pretty much it. Now, what I was planning on doing is taking this cliff area and that I'm near and hollowing it out and then putting a dam so I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, and basically I found the Nether fortress and got enough eyes to go to the end, but the portal didn't spawn because of some glitch with the newest update, and yeah, I don't know. Basically, if I went down this way, that used to be my Enderman farm, where I basically just hide up there so the Enderman can't kill me, but it didn't really work too much. And if I keep going this way, which I'll speed up, we'll end up seeing the fortress. I tried building a lava filtration thing where the blazes will go and kind of be like a normal killing farm, but didn't end up working out. But other than that, that's pretty much it until the next one. Bye.